for action. Rebels spotted.
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Yes, it is Tuesday, I think, gotta be. And what happened is my procedure, my little medical procedure yesterday, which was postponed twice and shoved into the afternoon, was canceled. And with its cancellation, just everything went out the freaking window. So, yeah. My mom's stuff is still going on, so I'm still driving to the doctor's office for just follow-up appointments. Everything went well with her. It's just like the endless follow-up appointments with this one particular MD. And the thing about mine is I'm in limbo up in the air again. So now I have to banter to see if I can get a ride. I was going to get a ride for my sister last time, but I told her about this one being canceled, and now she's, I don't know, seemingly reluctant to offer this ride thing. It's almost like I've been kicked to the curb. I don't know. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. She's got plans, and now I'm just like, wow, you know how quickly they forget, or never knew, or now you know. He's like, you thought you were that important, but you're less important now. How you know? So I got a new light here. I'm gonna do cat ball. Hey, right off the bat, put it right here. Set there, so you can always check out the cat ball thing in case it goes off. It's likely to go off sometimes. See, it went off by itself. I just said that. And, you know, it's more haunted than the broken cat ball is more haunted than everything else. This is the proximity meter, which I'll put here. By the way, see, this works. I found my the official Catholic. This is the volume that talks about what is the devil and also what is a saint. And my freaking cat, look at this. This is like a total freaking, it's just chaos. Thud chaos. Okay. Oh, and EMF. Can't go wrong with the EMF. Oh, ooh, hit a little jumpy there. I was just turning it on. We'll say that's a turn on. And we're putting this here. Shall we put this here? Is it gonna, okay, so it can be seen on top of Bucky's position. So all that stuff is right there. Look at that. And hey, why not? It's a time for the spirit box. It's a calibrating. It's a calibrating. See, I can put it in. Long time, eh? Long time no see.
Right.
Yeah, sure. So that's pretty much the vlog. Now for the news. It's the news vlog, or vlog news. It should be woos or nog. I don't know. There we go. Oh, and of course, gotta minus the oh, I got it minus that much already. Should have done that right off the bat. Alright, what is in the news today? I saw some stuff. I can't remember what I was going to point out, but there was something in the news that was really strange. Island targets 30 bills for veto. This is where our governor, Ige, wax on, wax off. He's going out of office pretty soon, but he's like, you know what? Okay, there's your legislation session. Now time for me to veto. 30 bills for veto. So right now there's so many things there. I mean, there's just like oodles and oodles. He's like target record 30 bills for veto. There's just oodles and oodles of legislation that went through, and so it's no like a couple hundreds. I don't know. This is like a lot. So no wonder 30 bills. He's like, oh, look how much he's going to veto. And he can also be overrun. I mean, the veto doesn't mean the end. The veto can be overturned by the legislation in a second round sort of thing. So it's all checks and balances. Something which doesn't exist much in the greater USA. Checks and balances. Wait a minute. Judiciary system? I think I remember this when they had the little Mr. Bill. It goes to Congress to get past the little classes. Judiciary, executive branch. Whatever happened, I don't know. It's all gone now. Red Hill Plumbing. Now this is the kind of the big one. Yeah, space. The final frontier. Let's put you over here for a second. Well, I don't know. Oh gosh, it's getting crowded. Stop. Okay, here's what's going on with Red Hill. No end in sight. What? No end in sight for what? Well, here's what it is. Okay, they got the little contaminated well, which they contaminated, okay? Then there's like this access to the aquifer in that valley of Red Hill, which is Irrellavent Valley. And that's sort of a little bit tainted, and they're scared that it's gonna taint further into the whole aquifer. It's already got a little bit tainted. So the well that they drew up water for that goes to the Navy housing and all that's already definitely contaminated. It came out the other end, and people getting sick and all kind of stuff. And it's like, look what's in the saucepan. It's oil, you know. And people gotten sick, yeah. And they had to shut down all of these neighborhoods, put them up into Waikiki, and after that, they're flushing and flushing and flushing all the pipe system and the water system from that well of the Navy housing of people, which extends a little bit beyond the Navy confines. It's not just use the Navy people and their families for guinea pigs. It extends a little bit outwards. So they flush and flush and flush and flush and flush, and they've been doing this since February. Now, mind you, they can't take water out of a certain other well next to that because it might pull the tainted stuff towards the main aquifer. So yeah, the main aquifer. Not this, oh, it's just contained to that valley. No, aquifers don't contain themselves. They don't have underwater walls. I'm containing myself to this valley, and I won't ship over the ridge. So the Board of Water Supply stopped pulling the water out of this one well, which is next to the other well, so it doesn't draw like sucking through a straw the contaminated stuff. So because of that effect, we're down about 20% of our water capacity for Honolulu. We're in a drought sort of season, even though it's raining today. And they're telling us to conserve water. Conserve, conserve, conserve. It's going to be kind of droughty situation. Not getting the rainfall. It's droughty, and conserve, conserve. Meanwhile, the Navy is pumping 600 million gallons of water pumped out of its well. It's pumping 4.5 million gallons daily. So 4.5 million gallons are being pumped out of that well, put through a little filter, and dumped into the stream. Hello. Welcome to the carnival. That's about that. Okay. Veto. Hey, Veto. What's the matter, Veto? 2 island soldiers received Medal of Honor. Good for you. What's happening in early inspiration? Oh, whatever. I don't know what that story is, and we're not going to know. Probably not. Okay, come on, relax a little bit. Oh, what's going on here? Bashes America. I already bashed America in that American idiot. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I remember back in the day when everything was calm, cool, relaxed, and back in 1989, remember that, 1989? Oh, everything was just fine and perfect, and nothing could go wrong, especially when you're walking with huge pit bulls, which were very popular back at the time. Remember the, whoa, doggies, whoa, well, no, these are Priscilla, Nadine, and Mitch? What? Mitch? I guess that's her name. Or, I don't know. Bruce Jenner once. Members of the Hawaiian Delights kite flying items seen in action in Copyline. These kites are like mini hang gliders, almost the same size, and they're kites, and they have so much force they could probably pull you off the ground. I remember those things. I tried that out once. Whatever. Okay. I think we might have one more time. Oh, good. Long white. There's a long white space now. So just bump this thing and it starts whacking some words out. Long white space is all it had. And that's like dad, pole, person, weak, hurting, country, big. It's like, I don't know. It's been watching the Yellowstone series. These are weak and hurting the country a bit or something. Hurting country. Oh, begin. Oh, maybe it's listening to the opinions in the paper. Speaking of opinions in the paper, let's get down to it. While you just roll away there. First, political cartoon. Oh boy. First they had a baby formula shortage, and now the whole country has a popcorn shortage. January 6th hearing because they're chewing off the popcorn like entertainment. Oh yeah, it's just like nervous food music. Oh yeah, popcorn shortage. Oh yeah. Hey, kick it, baby. I hate those boss baby things already. Alright, old politicians we have going on. Old politicians should be like old soldiers. Court abortion ruling. Gun trigger steps against women's rights. We need many things, but not more tourists. There'll always be the shame on us. There'll always be shame with abortion. Shame. Medical care should be between doctor and patient. Okay. Old politicians. We need many things, but not more tourists. Look at the little old politicians, eh? Why do we see so many? Oh, can you see these? Oh, make sure you can see. Oh, can you see now? Can you see? Can you see all the way in the back? Can you see? Can you see all the way in the back? All the way in the back. Is Z already? They're so special. My generation. Damn it, man. A generation older than my generation came up with the song. Shut up. Where were we? Forever young delusion that seems to affect the baby boomer generation? Or is it a sign of a person who drives so much self-importance from their political job that they can't face being out of power? Nah, it is ego. But you know what the politicians? It's money. Money makes the whole world go round. A buck or a pound, a mark a yen. My message to the younger politician is this. Die. You're going to be corrupt. Take up a hobby. Get into a low-intensity outdoor activity. Start some real friendships. Not those based on your ability to wield power. Find a spiritual core within yourself. That way, when it comes time to leave the future to those who will inhabit it, you'll be able to walk away like Boomer George Washington. Is anyone that indispensable? Are you really doing the public such a big favor? Better to do, as General MacArthur said, just fade away. Lloyd Lim, Generation X. The forgotten generation. Makiki. He's like, let me tell you young people what to do, you young generation. It's like, shut up. Trying to be like, because it's like the cool crowd too. It's that kind of thing. Popularity. Oh, speaking of popularity, I'm not for these. I'm not for these. I heard the bell. I'm not for these. Oops. It's like, okay, so we got black light, no more water, and the Navy's pumping it all out for the sake of contamination. Oh boy, this is really good. This is horrible. Okay, turn on this little bit of light, maybe. Oh man, I don't know about that, but hey, try something new. Anyways, aloha. Aloha time for you. See the nice sunrise? Look at the nice sunrise. Love the transition. Fresh aloha to you. Fresh water, fresh air, fresh aloha. Goodbye, fresh aloha. I say bye now. Bye bye, aloha.